Thank you for your responses last night, which were overwhelming, to the predicament of those people at Mascot who've lost everything because of a hopelessly unregulated building environment where the builder pays the certifier. And when the whole joint falls down around everybody, hundreds of people lose hundreds of millions of dollars because they bought a property that they were entitled to believe would be safe for years. If the builder isn't liable, then the system stinks. And if a government does nothing, it stinks. Then your response to this Porsche driver in Melbourne, 10 months jail, eh? If my viewers had been judged, the bloke would be there for some time to come. On drugs, filming a video of police officers who died when a truck driver swerved into an emergency lane of the freeway back on April 22 last year. I mentioned last night he failed to give any assistance. He just zoomed in on their fatal injuries. He was urged to help, but he continued to film. We learned today that as this bloke walked around filming innocent police officers who were hit by a drugged truck driver, this Pusey said, quote, "That's effing justice." Bystanders tried to help the victims. The bloke was urinating on the side of the road. Elsewhere on the video, he says, "Look at that man, you effing sees, you sees. I guess I'll be getting effing Uber home." What the judge was thinking, I have no idea. 10 months? He's already been on remand for 296 days, so he could be out next week. The husband of Lynette Taylor, a female constable who was killed, spoke for us all when he said the pain is almost unbearable. You see, the justice system is built around a simple principle that the punishment must fit the crime. I think on many occasions we've lost our way. Then there's India and more alarmism, the argument that we need to stand with India in its time of crisis. Of course we do. That is not the issue. Of course our soldiers fought and died at Gallipoli, and of course we have a shared future. But if that is true, getting Australians home, is but one part of the equation. Can I repeat what I've said all week? 200,000 deaths in a population of 1.3 billion is 0.15% of the population. On average, 471 people a day in India are dying from the virus, when 27,000 people die in India every day from all causes. If we've got any clout with our Indian friends and leadership, we owe it to them to say, courteously and bluntly, that their health system is rubbish, ranking 112 out of 153 countries assessed in 2020. No amount of headlines, rhetoric or alarmism will repair that. I say again, of the Indian healthcare system, there's a lack of accountability, unethical care, poor cooperation between public and private spheres, a health system poorly funded, the price of private healthcare is astronomical. The real virus is that politicians are continuing to use this alarmism as a political weapon. But I think the public are starting to wake up. It'll be interesting to see if it works in the Tasmanian election on Saturday. And I must tell you what's got me stumped. Josh Frydenberg says, to his credit, that the budget to be brought down on May 11 will focus on jobs and job creation. And the unemployment rate is currently at 5.6%. Now, some of us must be living in a parallel universe. I have correspondence that you couldn't jump over of people telling me they cannot get workers. I've conveyed that on this program earlier this year. Agriculture, horticulture, no one to pick fruit. I don't know about job creation, but there are thousands of jobs in the hospitality industry and employers can't find workers. There must be something I don't know. You tell me, what are your thoughts on the poor people who've lost everything at Mascot, the bloke in Melbourne driving the Porsche, the alarmism re India and jobs? Emailing alan@skynews.com.au or the text line. We love hearing from you, 0414 000 848.